Hello students, welcome in our English grammar lecture. Today we are going to learn about standard 7th chapter sentences simple, compound and complex. Students, before that you learn about the types of sentences. Now you will be confused. What is the sentence? Now here are the different types of sentence. These are simple sentence, compound sentence and complex sentence. Before that also you learn the types of sentence. In that may be interrogative, exclamatory, affirmative and negative. But what are these types? So first of all we will learn more about simple sentence. What is called the simple sentence, student? First of all, here we will see the example, and through the example with the deductive method you can understand that the what is called simple sentence. Here students written the example, Sheena sat in the park. So here in the bold letters sat they given. Sat is the finite verb. Now what is called the finite verb? What is the meaning of finite verb? That you are knowing well because in the previous chapter we learned about it. Those verbs are changing according to the tense, that is called the finite verb. So in that sentence only one finite verb is there. That's why that is called the simple sentence. And in the half part of this sentence, here they given, on the wooden bench near the pond, not noticing the squirrel near her feet. So here that word noticing is a non-finite verb. So though the sentence is a long but it is a simple sentence. आपको लग रहा होगा कि ये इतना बड़ा sentence है फिर भी simple sentence क्यों है? But only you have to focus on the finite verb. It is not necessary that simple sentence is always too small. Okay, so the most important fact is that that sentence has only a finite verb. Now here we will take another example. A simple sentence may have the two subject also. For example, students, we will take that Sheena and Neha sat in the park. Here subject is more than one, but finite verb is only one. Sat is the finite verb. Then Sheena saw a squirrel and sparrow, means there can be two subject or two object, but we have to focus on only a finite verb. So both sentences have a finite verb, so they are simple sentence. Now students, we will turn towards the second type of sentence, that is compound sentence. Now in the compound sentences, first of all we will take their examples and then we will see the definition of the compound sentence. Sheena sat in the park and the children played on the swings. So in the first sentence, here are two sentences joined with the coordinating conjunction and. ये जो दो सेंटेंसेस है वो किससे ज्वाइन किए हुए हैं? एंड से ज्वाइन किए हुए हैं. सो इन द फर्स्ट सेंटेंस शीना इज द सब्जेक्ट एंड फाइनाइट वर्ब इज सैट. Then after the and in the second sentence the children is the subject and played is the finite verb. As well as if we separated that both sentences, so they can give the meanings also by their own, means they not need to that each other, means Sheena sat in the park. The children played on the swings. So from the both separately sentences also, through that also we are getting the complete sense and complete meaning. So each clause of equal importance and make complete sense on its own. Neither of these clauses are depends on the other clauses. Such clauses are called the principal clause or main clause, as well as that is called the compound sentence. मतलब जो क्लॉज है वो क्या है, सेंटेंस का एक पार्ट है, और जो खुद से सभी मीनिंग देता है उसे क्या कहा जाता है, मेन क्लॉज और प्रिंसिपल क्लॉज। और ऐसे ही मेन क्लॉज और जो प्रिंसिपल क्लॉज होते हैं उनको ही क्या कहा जाता है, कंपाउंड सेंटेंस कहा जाता है। Here students, you can see that examples which we given here. Sheena sat in the park and the children played on the swings. So if we separated that both sentences, then also we are getting the complete sense. So this is very important trick while identifying the compound sentence. We could also write two clauses as to the separate sentence, means how I told now, Sheena sat in the park and Sheena sat in the park. The children played on the swings and the children plays on the swings. Okay, so students, now we see the examples. Now we will see the definition of the compound sentence or coordinate clause. A sentence which is made up of two or more principal or main clause is called compound sentence. मतलब ऐसा सेंटेंस कि जो दो मेन प्रिंसिपल क्लॉज मिलाकर बनाया जाता है, तो क्लॉजेस ऑफ कंपाउंड सेंटेंस आर कॉल्ड also coordinating clause. The coordinate clause of compound sentence are joined by conjunctions like, as well as, no less than, but, still, yet, only, for, therefore. So here students, you can understood better through the example. Now students, we will turn towards the third type of sentence, that is complex sentence or subordinate clause. कंपाउंड सेंटेंस को हम क्या कहते हैं, कोऑर्डिनेट क्लॉज कहते हैं, वैसे ही कॉम्प्लेक्स सेंटेंस को हम सबऑर्डिनेट क्लॉज कहते हैं. For example, here also first of all we will see the example, and after that we will turn towards the definition of complex sentence. For example, Sheena sat in the park because it was pleasant. Okay, so in that sentence, that both verbs given in the bold letters, because they are finite verb, and in the above sentence that two finite verbs are sat, it is related to the Sheena, and another is the was, there is no subject. So there are two clauses in this sentence. मतलब फर्स्ट सेंटेंस जो सैट का जो सब्जेक्ट है वो शीना है, लेकिन वॉज का कोई सब्जेक्ट है, इट उसका सब्जेक्ट है, मतलब उस सेंटेंस में क्या है, दो क्लॉज हैं. शीना सैट इन द पार्क बिकॉज इट वॉज प्लीजेंट. सो दैट a clause makes the complete sense and can stand it independently on its own. Sheena sat in the park. We are getting the meaning easily and we can understand that sentence easily. So that's why that is called the principal or main clause. But if we read the sentence B, because it was pleasant, so it cannot stand on its own as an independent sentence. What? Because it was pleasant? Are you getting the complete meaning? No. It can convey fulfill meaning if it is joined with the first or main principal clause. Means student, if we join that clause A with B, then only it is giving the complete sense or complete meaning. Means that B clause is depend about the clause A. It is called as the subordinate clause, or that sentence is called the कॉम्प्लेक्स सेंटेंस, और ऐसे ही टाइप को क्या कहा जाता है, कॉम्प्लेक्स सेंटेंस भी कहा जाता है. वन अनदर ट्रिक इज देयर टू आइडेंटिफाई द कॉम्प्लेक्स सेंटेंस और subordinate clause is subordinate clause is joined to the main clause by adding subordinate conjunctions like that, when, after, whenever, while, till, since, where, as, so that, if, unless, though, yet, although and so on. मतलब ऐसे अगर वर्ड्स आते हैं, so easily you can identify that it is a complex sentence or subordinate clause. Now students, we will see the definition of complex sentence. A sentence which is made up of principal clause or main clause and one more subordinate clause is called the complex sentence. For example, when we discussed compound sentence, so we could write the two main clauses. मतलब जब हमने कंपाउंड सेंटेंस के बारे में डिस्कस किया तो उस वक्त हम दोनों सेंटेंस सेपरेटली लिख सकते थे. बट हियर वी विल सी दैट शीना sat in the park and the children played on the swings. Now let's consider the complex sentence again. Sheena sat in the park because it was pleasant. The complex sentence cannot be written in the same way as the example given above. Sheena sat in the park because it was pleasant. The second clause does not convey a complete meaning. This is another way to find out whether a sentence is a complex sentence. मतलब ये एक दूसरी ट्रिक है कि अगर आपको कॉम्प्लेक्स सेंटेंस आइडेंटिफाई करना है तो जैसे हम कंपाउंड सेंटेंस अलग अलग करके लिख सकते थे और उससे हमें कंप्लीट मीनिंग भी मिल जाता था, तो यहाँ पे कॉम्प्लेक्स सेंटेंस में ऐसे सेपरेट मीनिंग हमें बिल्कुल भी नहीं मिलता है. So I hope students you understood that very well. Simple sentence, compound sentence and complex sentence, as well as I told you some small tricks to identify the simple, complex and compound sentence. Now in that, in short, we learn about the clauses. So we will see what are the features of the clauses, what is called the clause. A clause has a subject and a finite verb of its own. A clause that can be stand independently and makes complete sense, it is called the principal or main clause. A clause that cannot stand on its own, depends on another clause to make the complete sense, it's called the subordinate clause. A sentence may consist one of more clause. A simple sentence has only one finite verb and it is made up of only one clause. A compound sentence is made up of two or more clauses, each of equal importance and capable of standing on its own. Clauses of equal rank are called कोऑर्डिनेटिंग क्लॉज. मतलब जो एक जैसे दो क्लॉज होते हैं उनको क्या कहा जाता है, कोऑर्डिनेटिंग क्लॉज कहा जाता है. अ कॉम्प्लेक्स सेंटेंसेस इज मेड अप ऑफ वन मेन क्लॉज एंड one or more subordinate clause. So students, these are the features of the clauses, main clause and subordinate clause. मेन क्लॉज को ही हम क्या कहते हैं, प्रिंसिपल क्लॉज कहते हैं. सबॉर्डिनेट क्लॉज एंड कोऑर्डिनेटिंग क्लॉज. कंपाउंड सेंटेंस को हम कोऑर्डिनेट क्लॉज कहते हैं, तो कॉम्प्लेक्स सेंटेंस को हम क्या कहते हैं, सबॉर्डिनेट क्लॉज कहते हैं. ओके, मीन्स थ्रू दिस चैप्टर यू रिवाइज द types of sentences as well as the types of clauses also. Now we will turn towards the exercise question of this lesson. Here students, they given that read the following sentences and tick the correct option to state their kind. Means here we have to identify the correct types of sentence. I saw the children participating in the quiz. Now in that sentence, one is the finite verb and one is the non-finite verb. Saw is the finite verb and participating is the non-finite verb. That's why this sentence is simple sentence. Then Rohit is an intelligent boy with a good grasping power. So in that sentence, which is the finite verb is. So this sentence is also a simple sentence. Reena didn't like the pudding, but she ate the preparation. So students, if we separated that both sentences, so we are getting the complete meaning, getting the complete sense. Yes, so that is called the compound sentence. The children rushed inside because it started to rain. Now here if we separated that both sentences, because it started rain and the children rushed inside. So the children rushed inside is the main or principal clause, but it started is depend on this main clause. So if we separated that both sentence, so they can't give the complete sense. That's why it is a complex sentence. Then it was difficult puzzle, but Rohit could solve it. It was difficult puzzle, Rohit could solve it. If we separated that both sentences, Rohit could solve it. What Rohit could solve it? We are not getting the complete sense. It was a difficult puzzle. It is a main clause. But for completing the sense of second clause, there is need of first main or principal clause. That's why this sentence is also a complex sentence. Then Gracie knew that her doll was prettiest. Here two finite verbs came there. Gracie knew that her doll was prettiest. So that's why this sentence is complex sentence, because this is introduced with the word that, as well as if we separated that both the sentences, Gracie knew and that her doll was the prettiest, so we are not getting the complete sense from the any one sentence. Okay, now another sentence is that the teacher knew that the children were talkative. So in that sentence also two verbs are there, two finite verbs are there, but if we separated that both sentences, we are not getting the complete sense. That's why this sentence is complex sentence. Eighth sentence is that the dog was hungry. Was is the finite verb and only one finite verb is there. So that's why it is a simple sentence. Then he must exercise regularly or he will have health problem. So these sentences join with the or, but if we separated to them in the two part, he must exercise regularly, it is a main or principal clause. Then he will have health problem. Who will have the health problem? No, it is a subordinate clause. For completing their sense, we need the main clause. That's why this sentence is a complex type of sentence. So students, in this way you can identify the three types of sentence. Now we will revise those points which we learn now. A simple sentence sentence which has only one finite verb is called simple sentence. जिस सेंटेंस में एक ही वर्ब होता है और वो फाइनाइट वर्ब होता है उसे सिंपल सेंटेंस कहा जाता है. A sentence which is made up of two or more principal or main clause is called a compound sentence. The clause of the compound sentence are called coordinate clause. मतलब जिस sentence में क्या है, दो principal clause है, means there are two finite verbs and two main principal clause, that is called the compound sentence, and that both clauses can give their complete meaning. A sentence which is made up of a principal clause and one more subordinate clause is called the complex sentence. ऐसा सेंटेंस कि जिसमें एक प्रिंसिपल और मेन क्लॉज है और जिसमें दूसरा सबऑर्डिनेट क्लॉज है कि जिसको मेन क्लॉज की क्या होती है, ज़रूरत पड़ती है, उसे क्या कहा जाता है, कॉम्प्लेक्स सेंटेंस कहा जाता है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, रीनू एट एन एप्पल, इट इज़ अ मेन क्लॉज, एंड बिकॉज शी वॉज हंग्री, इट इज़ अ सबऑर्डिनेट क्लॉज. As a simple sentence may have two subject or two object, but in both cases there is one finite verb each. A simple sentence has only one finite verb and it is made up of only one clause. Simple sentence में एक ही finite verb होता है और उससे क्या होता है, एक ही sentence और एक ही clause तैयार होता है. A compound sentence is made up of two or more clauses, each of equal importance and capable of standing on its own. और वो दोनों भी कंपाउंड सेंटेंस के जो दोनों भी क्लॉज है, अगर सेपरेट करते हैं तो वो खुद से मीनिंग दे सकते हैं. क्लॉजेस ऑफ इक्वल रैंक आर कॉल्ड कोऑर्डिनेट क्लॉज. वी आर अलाउड टू राइट टू क्लॉजेस एज टू सेपरेट सेंटेंस. और जो कोऑर्डिनेट क्लॉज है वो दो अलग अलग सेपरेट सेंटेंस से हम लिख सकते हैं. अ कॉम्प्लेक्स सेंटेंस इज जनरली मेड अप ऑफ मेन क्लॉज एंड वन और मोर सबऑर्डिनेट क्लॉज. At times, a complex sentence cannot be written in the same way of the compound sentence. A subordinate clause can be adjective clause, noun clause, or the adverb clause. So students, we remember those points once again. I hope you understood all the things very well. Thank you.